Hello everybody, it's John from Hillbilly Wine 101, and tonight I'm going to be talking about and tasting Shannon Ridge 2015 Petite Sirah from Lake County, California. It's 13.9% alcohol. I don't know how many of you all have had this grape. It's also called I think it's pronounced durif, D-U-R-I-F. It's the same grape, Petite Sirah, durif. And the reason is there was a Frenchman, I think in 1860, that was growing grapes and he got cross-pollinated, and this grape was a result of it. It was a new variety. And they discovered that in California here not too long ago. They did DNA test on the grapes. And sometimes, like I say, it's called durif grapes after him, or Petite Sirah. It was a new varietal that he discovered. And what it's known for is being tannic, spicy, and kind of have a taste of dark fruits. So we'll find out. That's what the Petite Sirah grape, if you've never had it, is known for. It's mainly grown in France, California, Israel, and Australia are the main places where this grape is known for and produces the best wines. This is known as a high altitude, their high altitude series for Shannon Ridge. It's grown obviously up in the mountains, and I can't remember the elevation to where it's grown. But obviously the elevation is high. So I'll give this a try, and we'll see what we got here. I've opened it up about 15 minutes ago to let it air out. The color is good looking. It's kind of a black cherry. It's dark, but you can see that there's the red color is in there. It's not just black. The outer rim is kind of almost a bright red, kind of pretty. The really outer rim's bright red, and then a kind of a dark cherry red. I don't get any alcohol burn. The first thing I smell in there is kind of an earthy, kind of like leaves, a pile of leaves. Earthy smell is the first thing, followed by the dark fruits, the plums, blackberries, blueberries. Almost as if you took those fruits and put them in a pile and ferment them for a couple days, and they're starting to ferment, not rot, ferment. It's kind of a pleasant smell. It's almost more of an old world smell is how I would describe it. I'll give it a taste. All right. Same thing on the palate. First taste is the first thing you smell. Kind of like the earthy, dry leaves, immediately followed by fruit. And then after you swallow, the finish comes back up, and you can feel the tannin start to take effect. I can feel it on the roof of my mouth where it feels dry. The astringency of the tannin, I'm sorry, and the acidity. I can taste the, I don't know what the acidity of this wine is. There's a little bit of acid in it. But overall, it's a nice balance, the acid and the tannin. I would say this would go good with, man, I like pasta. So pasta with a red, red gravy marinara. Make the sauce with some spicy sausage in the gravy, and this would be good with it. Some cheese, Parmesan. Heavy cheeses, what I call stinky cheeses. Parmesan, blue cheese. It would go good for you deer hunters, I think, with deer. I eat a lot of buffalo, and I don't hunt deer, but my friends do, so I eat a lot of it, and this would be good with it. So I think a gamey meat, any beef really, I think it would go well with. And I try and make wine simple here. So this is one, if you've not tried a Petite Sirah, you can get one. I'd like to try them from Israel. Get them from where they're known, California. If you find an Israeli one, Australia, or France, and they will taste different. That'd be an interesting tasting. Would be to get a French versus a California versus an Australia, or any combination of that versus Israeli. This almost tastes French-like in that you taste the earth and the leaves and what I call the old world charm first in this wine. But I try to make wine simple here, so this is something you can order if you see it on the menu somewhere. Petite Sirah, give it a shot. Give it a shot with that food. I wouldn't necessarily, I mean, any wine you can sit around and just drink it, obviously, but this one here I think is made for some food, and it would really complement the wine well. From Hillbilly Wine 101, please like, share, check out my other videos. I've got a cool series going on right now with 19 crimes, and I've kind of got that, I got a bunch of police tasting the 19 crimes. I got the 19 crimes versus the police. Very interesting series. So, from Hillbilly Wine 101, cheers.